Sorry, my bad. That's the one thing about having, I guess, this little stream deck. I need to make little better icons for this, so this like de-illuminates, but dude, I'm streaming again. We're doing a little bit of a daylight stream, natural light, because it's sunny outside and it's been miserable all day long, and I really want to go outside, take pictures in some sunlight. I don't know how long this is gonna last though, because I see like tons of clouds outside. So also sequence / envoy on the table at the same time, perhaps. Oh, that's right. Someone, was it you wanted to see that? I don't think I have keycaps on my sequence right now. I may need to come back to that. I might just have to circle back to that one. Can you tag me in Discord so I can remember? We're doing a Cw60 today, and then we're also gonna look at some other fun stuff. Some jade switches. Dude, this stuff here is actually pretty cool. Damn, you ship me your bad weather to my place? You can have it. I'm done with it. I'm over it. That's a cute cable too. These are some of the jade stuff from Cw60. And I wanted to show you guys this because I think this set is, it's from Domikey as well. I think this set's actually really pretty. Today's been like a Domikey day, but I think we're gonna use this set today. Look at that. I really like this. It's 110s. It's a little bit on the higher side, but you get everything in the kit, which I appreciate. It's super pretty looking. Yeah, I think today is the last day for this, or tomorrow's the last day. We'll put this on the keyboard today, though. Cw60 has been pretty cool to communicate with, too, so. They've been pretty neat for that. And then I also took a little bit of photos of the Strata TCal. I ended up using it for writing some emails today. I really like it. It feels good. I mean, it's not quite as soft as something like the Cw60, but this is nice. Burger or pizza? You know, I personally usually enjoy a burger more. However, I think if the pizza slaps, then the pizza is always, like, to me, the pizza is always going to be a better choice than having a burger. That's only if the pizza slaps. You can get some pretty mediocre pizza and it just not be good, so. I like the Cw60, yeah. It's green like DMK Ghost. Yeah, and it kind of has like a jade kind of feel to it, so. We're doing a client board today. We're using Nixie's. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys something. I had okay, please, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but anyway, I'm just gonna tell you because it's too funny of a story to pass up on. Someone messaged me today on Instagram, like an hour ago, and they were asking me for keyboard advice. And it sounded weird, like the person's messaged me before, but it sounded like really robotic almost. And they were messaging me, and at one point they're just like, see, Alex, you wouldn't have had to answer all these questions if you had set up your AI properly. The sun's going away. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what AI? What are we on about right now? And they ended up giving me this sell message for basically buying into an AI program that will answer questions as long as you train it to answer the questions. And I'm just like, dude. And then I looked into this person's profile, and it's like they push AI stuff, like they're heavy in AI. And then I just remembered how annoying the AI people are.
Can we kiss 31 times?
Omar, dude, thank you. Oh, 31 times. I'll give you like 3. That's 4, I think. 31's a lot. Omar, we were making out at that point. But yeah, dude, I just remembered how annoying AI people can be. Like when they're pushing AI onto you. It's like a religion, you know? It's like, why are you pushing that onto me right now? Just like keep that to yourself type thing. But I end up just saying like, hey, listen, really not for me. But I hopefully answered your question. They messaged me back like with big caps saying, oh my God, I didn't send you any of this. It was my AI program. So it wasn't even AI. Or sorry, it wasn't even him pushing AI. It was AI pushing AI. A little bit scary, huh? A little bit weird. little freaky, dude.
Party Popper, happy sub anniversary to me. Party Popper, just realized that it's my 10-month milestone.
10 months?
With the awesome
Let's go,
Alexotos.
dude. By the way, little update on the Purelator story. The package is back in Vancouver. It was in Toronto, and now it's back in Vancouver. Listen, I honestly have no idea anymore, but it's back in Vancouver now. I'm pretty positive I'm just never going to get this package. Within the course of 24 hours, it went to Toronto and back to Vancouver. So I'm just going to give up. The company already agreed to just give me back my money. It's coming to me. What is it? It's just a camera strap. That's it. It's literally a camera strap and a, what's it called? A lens cap for my Leica. That's it. But it's been like a week. I really like these days, truthfully, I really only build keyboards for customers. It's very rare that I get to build my own keyboard. Like extremely, extremely rare. I would say that I used to build, like when I first started doing all this stuff, I used to build only for myself. And these days it's taken, I mean, it's not a thing I'm complaining about by any means. But are you using those blueberry swirls? I will be, Quest, but let me still follow up with you because I'm not too sure when I'm going to use them. So let me still follow up. I was thinking about you today because I was looking at the blueberry swirls. I do have to admit though, I know this board had its fair share of like, not controversy, but like, I guess I don't know, people kind of went ape shit over this, but the board is pretty. It is a pretty looking keyboard. Definitely takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of other boards, but very pretty still. Hey, Nai, how are you doing? One time I ordered free hats from an Instagram ad back in 2017, but they made you have to pay shipping. I ended up also buying some shirts from them. All over the United States, New Jersey, Chicago, California, Florida. Never got my order. It's 2023. I think the craziest story I could probably tell you guys is one time I ordered something from... it was... Dude, I don't even remember what the website it was, but basically it was like a little pen holder or something. It was just like Etsy. And this was like 2016. I'd say like 2018. 2 years had passed by, and I get this thing in the mail. And it was like they'd already shipped me out another one. But like the condition of this package, also it was like a clay pen holder. It was destroyed. The whole thing was just broken into pieces. The condition of this package was insane, dude. Your streams are bad for a wife. Bought 2 envoys and a molly. Wait, what 2 color envoys did you end up getting? I'm curious now. Hi, Ansem. Oh my God, what's up, big? How are you doing though, 99? How is life? How are things? I think we only need this because we're doing probably a short shift. Actually, let me double check on that too. Whew, dude, it is. It got warm all of a sudden. Thank goodness I don't have to put lights on right now, but thank goodness. Okay. Let's just lube all the stabs for now, and then I'll come back to it. I'm pretty positive we're just doing long right shift as well, but we'll see. That board is sexy. It is. Box, what's going on, dude? Oh, man. It is so hot, bro. It is crazy warm. Can I request a keyboard build before I get the parts? What do you mean by that? Oh, I guess we are doing 7U, because there's only 1 wire in here. So what do you mean by that exactly? Oh. What stabs are these? I've never seen the sparkly stabilizers. Cool. Wait, what are these, guys? I can't say I've ever seen the sparkly ones. This is kind of cute. I like this. Oh, beats me. We're just watching some XQC streams. He is funny. I like XQC. I always watch his stuff. I got some purple TX, not sparkly. I'm not sure what these are. I got someone's VTuber care package sent to my mailbox. Oh, really? So what do you do in that case? Are you honest and send it back, or you just hush hush? I think either way, like, I don't think it truly matters for you. I don't think you'd ever get in trouble for that. Or I don't know, can you get in trouble for that? If it's addressed to you, you can get in trouble, or not get in trouble, right? But if it's not addressed to you, I think it's, I don't know how that works. I'm super honest. I send if it's not for me, I feel bad and I send it back. I've had it happen a few times. No, I would not say that this desk pad is good for playing games with. This is an awful desk pad for that. This guy, and then I need the lube. Where did I put it? Hello, QT Otto sucks for the YouTuber. Wait, what is it? I had that happen to me once, but I forgot it in my car like a year and a half. Wait, what did you forget in your car? Like a package? Oh, like sending something back? Let's just say I ordered a Cw60 2.0, but the parts haven't arrived yet. Can I still request a build? You can still request a build, but so I don't know if, actually, you know what? I've never asked you guys this. I want to know now. I did, Box. Thank you so much, by the way, man. Okay, here's a good question for you guys. Does it make sense? So people request me to do builds. And the way I've worded it now, because this is the only way that I feel like it's fair, is when your package comes in is when I schedule you. So if you don't ship it for 4 months, or if you don't ship it for like, I don't know, 30 days, even though I told you it's 4 to 5 weeks, I tell people it's when shipment arrives. It's just so I can better plan. I'm just gonna turn the light on. It's so I can better plan when I do all this stuff. Or else it just becomes like very, I don't know, it becomes tough because not everything works out in the long run for that. Second stream, what's going on, LY? So some people don't like that I do that. But I think it's like the only real fair way that I can do it. Because I've had people like wait until the last minute to ship me things, and then I just don't get anything, dude. I don't get anything from them. And then it just like I'm playing waiting games, then my schedule's all screwed up. That's fair to me, makes sense. Yeah, so like you can request a build, but I won't schedule it, and like I won't count the week time, like the quoted time until I receive it. I don't need help building, but I kind of want just to see you build my board. A lot of people are like that, actually. A lot of people just like when they get something really cool, they want to like celebrate it on stream. And I think that's in itself like totally fine and totally cool. Adam wants a compliment. Adam, you know what's always worth celebrating? You can hear my washer and dryer in the back. But you're all just like this tune from the washer. You're always worth celebrating. All right, love you, dude. I hope you're having a great day today, bro. When Rama, Octus Rama, my guy, it's I think I put it in your box. But the other one, okay, the other one that you sent me both to, I think, right? The other one's on a keyboard somewhere in my parents' house. I just can't remember which board it's on. But we need to give that away still. I need to go find that, take a few pictures, and give it away. Is your desk pad, your desktop from IKEA? It is. It is the, what is it? Ekbakken? Have you ever gotten a clone build request? I have, and I've built them on stream. By accident. Listen, it's really hard for me sometimes because like some people don't know. All right. There was a client. This has happened 3 times. I think only one time someone in chat has pulled me aside and be like, hey, did you know? And I'm like, bro, I didn't even know. 3 times, 3 separate occasions, people have sent me boards thinking that they bought something real. I built them on stream. And then I noticed something's off, and then I find out it's fake, and the client didn't even know it was fake. The worst case scenario is one time I built a key cult. It was fake. It was a Kalam cult. I didn't even know. We built it. Sounded and looked fine. There was like one telltale sign that apparently you can tell, but the customer had told me that it was used, and then also like they had taken it apart a bunch of times. So like for me, in my mind, I'm like, this is just a used key cult, right? Someone noticed, I brought it up to the owner. He asked the guy he bought it from, who admitted that it was a fake key cult, that basically the buyer got scammed. But yeah, there's been times I've unknowingly built fake keyboards. So at that point, they're like, I'm not faulting the client. Even if the client lied to me and told me it was real, like, how am I supposed to, like, am I supposed to deny service then and waste everyone's time? You know, like, I don't know the proper procedure. I've never really thought about it too much. But most of the times, people who send me things, I feel like genuinely think they actually have something real. But the 2 times that I actually brought it up to clients is the one time we found out later and the guy just didn't care. Both of them were really pissed off. Not at me, just like in general pissed off. I'm a clone? I could be. Your memories are not yours? Ooh, we're getting into we're getting into weird territory with cloning and sci-fi. Did you guys watch the new Black Mirror? But can I ship you the parts to you and then you build it and then I can pay you for shipping back? Yeah, that's what everyone does. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do, though. And there's a reason why, because in the end, this is still less expensive for you, all right? Let me make this clear. If you're shipping from anywhere that's not in Canada, you're going to probably have to pay duties. Everyone who, listen, this is from firsthand experience. It's better to ship it all to you. You pack it all up and ship it one time to me. I've had people ship me 4 parts from 4 different vendors. Yes, you think you're going to save money by not having to pay that 1 extra shipping fee. You don't. A lot of the times what happens, you get hit with duties on each package. And a lot of the times there is minimum brokerage fees for each package. So sometimes even if it's a $25 item, you will be paying $20 to $30 in brokerage fees, and then some of that's customs or whatever. So what happens is you end up paying like 30, 40, 50, and then 90. And then suddenly you get hit insanely hard with duties. And some of that stuff's like really random. You can't fight that either, right? So a lot of the times it's just easier to ship it to you and then you ship it out. That's what I find, at least, anyways, from my experience with having built customer keyboards. Dude, I really like these purple sabs. I don't know what brand these are. I think they're Duroc, but these are so pretty. They're like so saturated. I love it. I love it. I need to ask the client where he got these. Are they Duroc V2s? I didn't even know they made them in purple. Cutting a box opened is $20, so don't put taped boxes in taped boxes. Is it actually? No way it is. That's a lie. Are duties an especially Canadian issue? I've never paid duties. Okay, shipping into Canada, if you're ordering anything, if it's over 20 Canadian dollars, you are subject to duties and taxes. In the United States, why probably a lot of people in the US don't realize these things, is it's 800 US dollars. That's like the fee. Anything past that, you might be subject to duties and taxes. So that's why you never feel it in the United States. I don't know if anyone in the US has ever gotten hit with duties and taxes on anything below $800. I've been getting into some hype boards like Keycult TGR Jane, Iron 165. Not sure what the next one will be. The cyberboard's cool. The Matrix has some really cool TKLs you can probably build. Who the fuck would even order anything less than $20? People do it. So let me give you an example, Matcha. My dad likes building model cars. And there are some really rare, not rare parts, but there are some really tough to find custom-made parts that don't cost much at all, because sometimes people in the hobby, it's more of a niche hobby than even I'd say keyboards, to be honest. Sometimes like he'll want to buy someone who made a 3D printed, I don't know, muffler or something. I'm making something up, right? Just bear with me. I don't know cars. And sometimes what happens is he'll buy like $10 worth and shipping's $5. Because it's like a small little envelope, right? So that's how you get under the $20 mark. But for it to be like, I don't know, for it to be under $20, it's like such a weird thing to have anyway. It's just, if you're going to do it on everything. Like, it's so strange. I like real cars, not going to lie, also model cars. I'm not really a car guy myself. I don't know much about vehicles. U.S. undefeated globalization champions. Yeah, I know it's pretty rough here in Canada. I know that Europe has it pretty rough. Some viewers here are from India. They say it's insane in India as well, like the import taxes or whatever. It's like, I think that, I could be ignorant to this, that might be the worst one, is importing like keyboard stuff into India. All I know is everyone there who has told me has had such bad experiences. Is Brazil really bad too? Interesting. Money, how you doing, Dash? Dude. Be the same, Alex, my guy. Cars are awesome. Cars are cool looking. Like, I appreciate them for what they are. It's just, I don't think I've quite hit my, like, peak of interest in them. You know what I mean? I think I have to warm up them a little bit more. I think as Americans, we don't realize how good we have it a lot of the times. Dude. There are times, man, like, I wish just the import stuff we had here in Canada. Because it's so nice, like, it's so convenient for you guys to not have to pay all these fees. Like, dude, a lot of my orders, even client stuff, gets held up sometimes because, like, okay, here's a good one. UPS called me yesterday while I was doing something. And I missed the call from UPS. Brydro!
Hey, look, another CW.
Yeah, dude, we got a few requests actually for them. I missed the call from UPS, and UPS said, hey, you owe us taxes and brokerage stuff on this package. We won't deliver it. But in their recording from my voicemail, they said this: your shipping number is 24Z. Now, because that particular package never got sent to my emails, I have no fucking idea what package number that was. So now that package is probably going to end up being sent back to the owner. That's how, like, bad it is. And dude, you know what else is so annoying? How these companies still call you. just fucking send a text message or something. Like, it's so much easier to understand, and then you can go back and look at it. We are inconvenienced by like healthcare and taxes, where there are a ton of stuff we take for granted. Yeah, dude. Taxes, though, I don't know if you guys have it terribly bad in the United States. I know in Canada and a lot of other countries, taxes can get pretty high. Shipping companies doing something reasonable. The only shipping companies that do reasonable stuff, it's just DHL. Just DHL. Just DHL can be expensive sometimes. That's the only thing. You have to have like a business account for them. And then I've looked into it. Even getting a business account for DHL is like, it's kind of tough. You kind of have to have minimum volume of stuff, but let me ask my manager to fix that. Really, LY? I would love to, because there's like a DHL like literally next to me that would be perfect to go drop stuff off. Just curious, remember how my CW had a loose weight? Oh yeah, I can find out. I can rattle this one here around. Yours was a little, Bri, you know what I would do to yours? If it really bugs you, because I didn't want to do it just because like, I don't know if it's going to fix the problem. You could just take out the screws, take out the weight. I know it sounds annoying. Put some tape on the bottom and then screw it all again. But it's going to be such an annoying fix. No, Bri, this one's fine. No loose weight in this one. Unfortunately, it just looks like it might have been yours. And you know what's crazy about the too, Bri? I literally took yours apart like 3 times to see if I can find out what the problem was. Any UPS technical problem, let me know. I'm not aware of any issues. I'm a dev for them. Oh. Wait, Elwa, I might ask you then for some UPS advice. Like, UPS is not terrible. I think right now my worst nightmares are FedEx. There's a big reason for FedEx, and I'm really hating Purolator, man. Really hating them. They're driving me up the walls with how bad they are. Dude, USPS isn't that bad because it gets shipped over to Canada Post here. And every client order I ship out via, technically I ship out via USPS. And it's been fantastic. Geo should be here for this. Is he like me? Does he also complain about shipping? I complain about it a lot, man. I already know. I'm annoying when it comes to shipping stuff. I'm so annoying. Some new caps lock short right shift. Duroc V2. Oh, they are Duroc V2s. Thank you, guy. Do you have some epic shipping rants? Yeah. Would you recommend to ship straight to you if it's from one vendor? Oh yeah, if it's from one vendor, then yeah, it makes sense. But if it's from like 3 different vendors, that's when it starts to get a little dicey. Geo is one bullshit away from a class action lawsuit against the shipping company. Dude, I really want to hear Geo's stories now. I was looking schmexy. Hey, bro, thank you. I've been, thankfully, losing some weight. This week here was a little bit light on the gym. I'm not proud of myself for that, but you know what? Eating wise, I think I had one like indulgence day. Everything else has been good. Everything else I've been like pacing. I've been kind of pseudo tracking my calories just via like a little app. But I had one day where I went over. Every other day has been like a small deficit. So been pretty good. Been very happy with that. I've been trying to spend less money on keyboards, but the Mexican issue made it so that the one and only group buy MW Barista keycap's a failure. So I'm still thinking about the hobby. Make sure you get your money back before you think about the hobby. I've been saying, I don't know. I still feel very passionate about this situation. And, okay, I don't want to get too much into this rant, so please stop me. But after seeing many other companies do the exact same thing of just mismanaging money, like, it makes me a little upset. Because at the end of the day, even if you mismanage money, or you do anything like, whether it's malicious or not, the one thing I constantly preach is just communicate with your customers. Hiding it in secrecy will do no one any good, and it creates more of a panic, and it just hurts everybody in the long run. So if you are having problems, communicate. I think even people who run small businesses fail to realize that everyone's a human being. And I think even us as customers, sometimes we need to remember everyone's a human being. We're all capable of making mistakes. It's not something like we're all hoping and rooting for that we make mistakes, but like, God, man, it's really hard for me to feel sorry for people after like communication's just shit for so long. It's really hard. And if you're dodging people, it's still not communicating, right? Mazda RX-7. You know, that's actually I know what car that is. That's actually not a bad looking car. Stonewalling ruins a lot of group buys. That's a conscious decision you make when you don't communicate and be shady but clarity. Yeah, like, listen, I agree. Geoff just said it perfectly. It's a conscious decision, right? If you order too much of a product and then you order too much of another product and it's not selling, you made a mistake. I get it. I think many people probably get it, right? You fucked up. But like, you not communicating problems, that, to me, that's the bigger fuck up. I think Mexico probs knew what they were doing a while back and intentionally keeping silent. They could have maybe they're like, who knows, right? We don't know. We're never going to know what their intentions were. And honestly, it doesn't matter. The fact is they mismanaged a whole bunch of money. And, you know, to me, I'm a little bit different. My mindset, if you're going to sit here and mismanage money or like, I still don't understand how you blow that much money and not even pay invoices over that long period of a time. That is, to me, and I know people have differing opinions from me. To me, if you let it go that long, that's malicious. Like, that's malicious intent. That's malicious. Whether or not the intent was to be malicious. The point is, you let it happen for so long. So at what point do I now have any sort of sympathy for them? I don't. But I do feel bad for all the customers. Honestly, the amount of money mismanagement makes me question, did any of these people have a management level position that managed budgets? You know, Sacker, before I even finished reading the rest, I was thinking about this the other day, even before us talking about Mexico and stuff. I am technically running a business doing this, right? I understand mine's more of a service-based industry, but every board that I take into my place, and sometimes there's 15 boards, 20 boards that I take, one of my goals is, in case my fucking house burns down, I can pay everyone back. And I always make sure to keep, and regardless of how slow my business grows because of that, even if insurance aside, we're not going to talk about insurance. I always make sure that I have enough to keep myself afloat. That way no one gets screwed over. Again, thinking of other people. I think trying to grow at such an insane rate where you're just like investing tons of money, it's a gamble. And you know me with gambling. I don't like it. What's your honest thoughts of clone boards that are impossible to get though, Alex? So, my honest thought, Nev, do you, man? Because at the end of the day, who am I to tell you what to do? In that sense, I'm a nobody. Like, I'm a nobody. Like, I'm not going to tell you, hey, don't buy clone Nike shoes. I don't know your story. I don't know if you have the money to buy real Nike shoes. I don't know if like it means a lot for you to buy something. It's not for me to decide. Now, would I go buy something like a clone keyboard and stuff? No, my morals and my like sense of whatever I want to call it tells me I shouldn't do that. Tells me that I know someone built this keyboard, this product, whatever it is. It's up to them to do it. You know, up to them to run it again. The way I look at things is, if I missed out on picking up an OTD Mini, then I'll forever miss out. And I think that's part of the beauty about having stuff like this, right? It's part of missing out. Doesn't always have to be a bad thing. And I think that's what a lot of people have made it out to be. Like we're collectors. We need to collect everything 100%, you know? I think there's a lot of like beauty in missing out. So for me, it's never going to affect me in that way. I can sit here and maybe kick myself in the ass because I missed things and I would love to get them, but hey, it happens. What am I supposed to say? You miss out. It doesn't take a management degree to realize your niche hobby-based business isn't set up for infinite exposure. Dude, you know what I think it was too? Like on a real note, and again, this is not an excuse or anything. The growth from everybody, including even in content creation, that happened during COVID was insane. Now, I think a lot of people probably got carried away with it. Dude, and I mean a lot of vendors. A lot of vendors kind of like expected that to be the new norm. Even myself, man, I was booking like 5 weeks out. No problem at all. I was denying people service because I'm like, I'm not taking this many boards on. Like there were things that like were doing great for me. Like, dude, I'd post like anything and it would get like views because everyone was at home. But you kind of like, I knew right away this was never going to last. And I wasn't hurt. And a lot of even content creators were like really hurt after like the views died down from people going outside again. But I mean, if you expected it and you kind of expected that world of hurt, you know, to slow down or whatever, not world of hurt, but to slow down, it just made sense. And a lot of people didn't expect that though, including businesses, right? For me, it was like, this is an obvious clone. Like the weight has Mimi instead of Mini, for example, has made a PC. So I'm not trying to make it look like I have a real one. Yeah, at the end of the day though, Nev, it's up to you. I think there are other things to consider. So I feel like this is a totally different topic, but there are other things to consider when you're buying like clone products, right? Now, I'm not going to say that, I don't know, let's just say we're talking about a key cult, right? I know George and Zach. I think they're truly, and I know people have mixed opinions on key cult, fantastic people, like great people. I'm not going to talk about business-wise, but human to human, they're great guys. Now, I'm going to make the assumption that they're not, you know, cheaping out and paying someone next to nothing or just paying someone on internship, you know, whatever, like getting that kind of labor, or like, I think they're taking a more ethical route to building their keyboards, right? Now, when it comes to a clone, I'll never know that. I don't know if that's made in a back of a factory where someone basically is like not being treated properly. Like I'll never know. And I think you have to also consider, I'm not saying this happens, but there is that consideration that I do take in, that I don't know if stuff was made with like good intentions, not good intentions, but like ethically, maybe is that the best word I can say? I don't know. 2 builds in 1 day. Let's go, dude. Honestly, it'd be okay if people buying, I can never pronounce that clone at this point. Again, you guys do you with clones, but for me, it's like you missed out on it, dude. The people who have it, it just makes it more cool, you know? I don't know. It's like trading cards. When you're at school, okay, here's a good analogy. When you're at school, when you had trading cards, this probably happened to a lot of people, right? For me, when I went to school, there was a point where I couldn't afford cards. Like, we didn't grow up rich by any means. Like, we barely could afford like a pack or two here and there. So I printed out most of my cards. But eventually I stopped doing that. Like, there were black and white printouts. They were awful. Mr. Bullets.
3
you know who's not awful?
baby.
Mr. Bullets, bro.
Love
Mr.
you,
Bullets
Alex.
is sick. Love you too, man. But I stopped printing out my cards and I just started appreciating like everyone else had things that I didn't. And that's why I've never really been to like the clone or like anything phase. Like I stopped caring. Like I was just like, oh, this guy has, I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh was big for me. Like I didn't have any of the Exodia pieces, and like I really wanted a full set of real Exodia or like some of the more legendary cards, right? But I think I ended up just really appreciating what other people had. And I stopped caring about printing out and trying to fit in and try to like appease that side of me, because it wasn't doing anything but making me feel worse at the end of the day. Obviously, everyone's different, but that's my story with that. God, I have the hiccups. Hate when this happens. Okay, I am gonna take apart. Actually, I don't have to. I thought the daughter board was in there. We're gonna test the PCB. I will say this though. I'm gonna play off what Tayway just said. Think of it like this, and if we can take anything from today's stream, this is not facts. This is just maybe something to think about, something to, you know, to chew on. What Tayway just said was, hold on, let me do this first. Let me get the PCB out of here and stop making noise. What Tayway just said was, this hobby be no fun if anyone could acquire any board, cap, or switch at any given time. Think about it like this, right? When you go to a meetup and you're looking at what other people have done and what other people has created in like other boards, if you owned every single board, what's the point of going to these meetups? Maybe for the people, you could argue, but like half the fun is seeing what other people create, something maybe you've missed out on, right? I personally think that's part of the joy about being in a hobby like this, is, believe it or not, is missing out on things. But again, everyone has different viewpoints, and I'll never shame anyone for buying a clone or anything. You want to do you, you do you. So nice.
Whoa, 2 streams in one day?
Pander.
I'd love to be as dedicated as you one day, bro. Really an inspiration to
Thank
others.
you, man. I really appreciate that, dude.
The GOAT.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, today we're doing 2 streams. I have a client build that I want to catch up on because I postponed it from Friday. But you know what? I'm kind of glad I did, because Friday night, man, I was low energy as it was anyways. Because it was really warm that day. And when it's really warm, I start to like feel like oh God, where did I put my tool? Why do I always put it over there? Going to meetups means you'll be surrounded with people who get this weird hobby. True. Bob gets it. Bob gets it. Alex has more fear of not missing out. The only fear I have when it comes to these kind of hobbies is like, there's a part of me that knows if I get really into something, and this is part of, I mean, this is a long story. I always have that small little fear that I quite haven't beaten my want to collect everything sometimes, because there was a point in time where that's all I wanted to do was like have everything, right? But I know it's not healthy. Okay, I'm pretty positive it's this particular stab holes. We'll see. Shmore, thank you so much, man. I really like cars, not gonna lie. For me, cameras are like my vice. I love cameras, always have. You should mil max this PCB. Man, I don't think the client wanted it mil max, but dude, mil maxing can sometimes be a pain in the ass with certain PCBs. Shmore, thank you so much. Pander, thank you again, man. Bullets, thank you. Bry, thank you. Thanks for the subs, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Compliment for Rumi native? Oh my God, Rumi. Let me think of a good one right now. Hold on, I wasn't like quite there. I was like thinking about something else, and also my finger was itching, so that's all I could think about was itching it. Not for me, for your mods. For Chozo and Soren. Soren, you give me headaches, and I appreciate all of you guys. Oak, love you, dude. Insty, if you're here, love you, man. I don't know if anyone else still actively mods the few other people here, but Oak, you don't give me headaches. Insty, you also don't give me headaches. Chozo sometimes gives me headaches. Soren most of the time gives me headaches. There you go. There's the there's the 2 people there, or the 4 people. Same neglected brain cell. Okay, guys, I was getting to you guys. F for Insty. Insty doesn't give me headaches, man. Actually, and the only other mod I have is Frank. Does Frank count, though? Because he's technically a mod for everybody. I don't know. Frank is default. But for real, though, thank you guys, Chozo, Oak, Soran, and Insty, and Frank. And I guess Tim, because Tim is technically a mod now, too. Thank you guys so much for being here and always just chilling out and enjoying streaming this way. I need to think of something cool to get all the mods. Maybe a t-shirt. Maybe I can do like a round of mod-only t-shirts. Alex, can you check the pics I sent via Discord? Thoughts on the similarities? Did you DM me, Nev? You did. They look identical. What's the difference? There's like maybe some stuff on the top that's sort of different. You mod it, Tim? Bro, I didn't want to. I didn't really want to, but I kind of had to. Appreciate mechanical stuff. Thank you, dude. Should I buy from Mexico? I don't know if you're being serious right now, 80. I don't know if he's trolling me or not, but random Frank P promoted the clone board in his latest key video. I have a question though. What even is that board? Who made the original board? Like, I'm so curious. Hit them with the huh? Huh? That's a Logitech keyboard? Let me see this again. Let me take another little peek-sees at this. A Logitech board? Not that I really know my Logitech boards, to be honest. This doesn't even look like a Logitech board. I mean, are these boards selling enough to want to clone them? This is ugly as sin. It's such an ugly keyboard. Oh, it's a Red Dragon board? I mean, at the end of the day, I would not consider this a clone one bit. Maybe heavily inspired, but I don't think it's a clone. Dude, brushed aluminum, or whatever that brushed steel look, is so ugly. It is such an... I still don't get who that aesthetic is for. It's so tacky looking. Just make it a flat color. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of brushed alu. It's so ugly. I've not seen it look nice. Maybe as a little accent piece somewhere, but yeah, it is not a pretty looking color. Or I guess style, or whatever you want to call it. I have no choice but to get Crimson Cadet. Isn't it beautiful? I know my camera's freaking out, guys, and I'm really sorry. It's just because it's trying to focus on nothing, I think. Sense 75. Man, I don't mean to be negative about that, but it's still crazy to me how they didn't reach out to anybody who was really into customs to talk to them about that board before releasing it. But there's been a few times where people have done that. It just makes no sense from like the, I guess, the more like established companies doing things. Yeah, for $100, maybe not bad, but. Do you ever get burned out from building keyboards? No, I actually don't. One thing that I can really tell you about doing boards and why I don't get burned out, I just don't let myself get to that position of feeling like this is a drag, right? So it's all about pacing, especially when you're doing stuff like this. If I were to do a board every single day and streaming for 8 hours, I'm sure, like a lot of other creators, I would probably get super burnt out and really sick of what I'm doing. But because I don't take that route of like making that much content, I'm able to deliver better quality stream. I hope better quality stuff in the shorter times that I do stream, if that makes sense. So that's how I typically avoid stuff like burnout. Oh, I do want to test the PCB before we go too far, actually. Before I forget. Will you be building the keyless? What board's that? I'm not too familiar with that board, I want to say. I'm not too sure what that is. Too many little plastic bags. You know what else prevents burnout? The sight of you. Okay, you guys are being way too cute right now, and I love you guys. Way too cute. Let's test this guy out. Ooh. I just bought an EpoMaker TH80 SE. Do you think that was a good choice? Nunes, I am not too familiar with all the EpoMaker boards. I know EpoMaker is not a bad company when it comes to picking a keyboard from them, so perhaps it's not a bad choice, but I don't know enough to tell you if it was a good choice, if that makes sense. I just don't know enough about them. I'm sure they make good keyboards. All right, so let's go test this in VIA, shall we? Just went to their store for the first time in a while. Found an FRL TKL there. Really is the year of FRL. Dude, everyone's doing FRL TKLs. I'm telling you, it is super popular. Actually, I need to change the layout first. Layout, split right shift, and then we're doing 7U bottom row. And this is not one keyless. No, we're doing normal. Nice. And let's grab our tweezers and let's test this bad boy. Where's my tweezers? I had them 2 seconds ago. I know that much. Where are my tweezers now? I can't wait for my Cw60. Yeah, man, that boy's sick. I love the Cw60. Tweezers? Where on earth did I stick them? I just used them before stream. Heine PCBs are goated. Yeah, I like Heine PCBs. Not there. What the fuck did I do with my tweezers? Should I just go get another pair? The hell happened? Okay, I'm gonna say another pair. Screw it. Daddy, oh, Kenny, how you doing? Should I make it a habit to always get an extra PCB? That's kind of tough. 1 second. I'll use these tweezers. So my answer to that is, if you have the funds to do so, I don't see why not. I think it's always a good idea. But I don't know. I think it's a good idea to do so. I agree with what Macha just said. If it's a board with it's also like weird, like it's just a strange layout or something, probably not a bad idea. Oh, let me turn this key sounds off so you guys don't have to hear this stuff. I don't think it's a bad idea to do so. Alex, what have you done? For what? Dude, I had, if it's about Tim being a mod, it's because you guys banned, okay, sorry, you guys banned Tim so much that he's now restricted in my chat. So I had, the only way around it, what is it? What key is this activating right now? Nothing? Oh, is it set to split backspace or something? Okay, 1 sec. The only way around it was to make him a mod. You guys literally banned him from like so many, I think someone even banned him from Diego's. And then it didn't work. Like, I just, dude, it was so difficult to get him to be able to talk. He literally asked for it in voice. Well, you know what then? Maybe I'll just unmod him. And he can just forever and ever be able to talk here again. I really made it to platinum. Dude, I think platinum right now is such an annoying rank to be in. It has been such a displeasure being in ranked for plat. Wait, let me see this. Test a matrix. Why is backspace bound to this? So strange. For some reason, by default, backspace is bound to layer 1. What a weird thing to be bound to. I'm thinking this is a brand new PCB. I hope so. Any thoughts on the zoom pad? I think it's nice. I think a lot of people end up really liking the zoom pad. How do you spec your Zoom 75? I I don't recall. It was on the I think it was on the VOD if you want to go watch that. I don't really remember how I spec'd it exactly, but I think I ended up putting some foam into it. Do you think they're gonna be try CS2 when it comes out, or like Counter-Strike 2? Bro, I think right now the only game that's a shooter game that I'm interested in is Apex. That's it. I think past that, yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of. It's just Apex. Everything else has been sort of meh to me. And I think it's just because Apex has like, I like the movement of Apex a lot. So that's kind of what I think I end up liking about it. Are you done with Diablo? I heard about all that drama that happened too with Diablo about they released I don't know what it was again. It was some sort of update for the Helltide chests, and I don't know, man. I'm just so over the game. The Blizzard is so shit lately with like just making fun games. It's all right. Did you start playing Zelda? I haven't yet. No. I agree with Matcha just said. Dude, I've been agreeing with Matcha like all night. Me and Matcha, bro, we're like two peas in a pod right now, dude. But I think in a year and a half-ish, maybe 2 years, we'll see some good content from D4. Right now, I don't feel like being the guinea pig for the game at all. So I'm just not going to deal with it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I was asking if I have friends that don't care at all about CS, and they're excited for CS2 because the new tech is really cool to see in competitive FPS. I mean, yeah, there's that. There's definitely that. I'm not really much of a competitive gamer, though. I never have been. Well, I haven't been as of recent. Like, competition-wise, when I was younger, I really was into CS. I played a lot of Source, and I was getting into competitions with those. And then the only other time I got super competitive with games, you guys can laugh, but it was Fortnite. Me and one of my friends were actually really good at it. We were like playing in scrims, and then because we were so high rank and stuff too, we were even in same matches like Myth and some of the other like really big names. But we never did anything with it. Like, we never entered tournaments. We were just playing for the sake of playing. That's the only game I got kind of good at. But I don't know. Fortnite was really fun. I just can't do it now. Like, you really need to practice those type of games. It's not like a pick up and play and then be good. Okay, this particular Switch, the legs are bent. Thoughts on Oil Kings or better alternatives? What do you mean by better? Like, what's the goal? You know, Fortnite had big money behind it. Everyone who took competitive FPS seriously either went for Overwatch or Fortnite at the time. Yeah, you do have to play for some time with that particular game. I never really got too into Overwatch though. I always thought Overwatch was boring, like badly boring. So I never really loved it. Are these filmed? Oh, they are filmed. I think these are TX films. They're not allowing the Nixie to be 100% closed properly. So I'm having to finagle them in nicely. Should I use Obscura as stock? If that's what makes you happy, then go for it. I personally think that not Nixies, Obscuras sound way better with lubricant in them. Nixies, you have to lube. The stock Nixies are not my favorite thing in the world. I don't think these... I think this might be a... Actually, are these a box for Nixies? I'm not even sure. Beats me. But Oil King, I think every Switch, like Oil Kings, Obscuras, they all need to be like slightly tuned up. Only the Aphelion ones I'd feel like very confident about recommending, or even the Wuche ones. Everything else has been kind of meh. It's mostly the Springs and the Nixies. They're super pingy. The batches that I got of the Nixies, the Springs were actually not bad. What is the blue thing called? I might have to 3D print one. So this is called a plate fork. By the way, best tool in all of keyboards. The best tool. Like, there's nothing better. It's so handy, dude. It's called a plate fork, though. I'm pretty positive you can 3D print your own. I bought mine from a vendor here in Canada called Fang Studio. Really cool people. I'm not sure if it's run by more than one person, but... I've 3D printed a few. Dude, that's another thing I want to get into one day. 3D printing. I can't remember now, Bruno. Do you ever play games with viewers? Sometimes. You know what's funny, though? You say that. I've ran into a few of you guys on Apex when I play at night. Sometimes I run into people. There's one person I ran into that... whenever he's on now, we actually always usually party up. Because I only ever play by myself unless I'm playing with like a small group of friends. But I play pubs. I don't know why the music's so like dramatic today. I have it on Steam. I'm not gonna tell you guys my Steam ID. Because I don't play with like I don't like playing with people sometimes, like parties. I like just solo queuing and meeting new people. I don't know. That's what I like doing. Color me weird. But, like, I met someone who did TFT streaming. And I thought that was cool. Time to start sniping you, stare. Actually, you know what game that me and Insty played that was really fun? It was me, Insty, and Domo, I want to say. I don't know if Insty's still there, but... God. What was that roguelike game we played? Not Enter the Gungeon. Oh, shoot. I don't remember. It was on Steam, though. It was like, sort of like that, but... God, I wish Insty was here. He'd be able to help me. I don't remember now. Stream ID is... So, yeah, my name backwards. I have such an awkward photo as my Steam ID, too. It's so awkward. It's like me sitting there with like looking like kind of like Whelp. No, it wasn't Hades. It was... I'm kind of curious. Do I have Steam open? I do. Gunfire Reborn. Bro, that game there was so much fun. Gunfire Reborn I really liked. We played, me, Insty, and I think it was Domo played the shit out of that. Those are the games I actually like playing with people. Apex, though, it's fun with people. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I sort of also like the idea of being able to like match with random people and then like get to know someone. I was being carried. Dude, Domo is insane at that game. Steam ID is Alexander Johann V, the Great of Ontario. Huh? What the?
So nice. Alexotos TikTok.
Hello! How are you doing, Super Me Gusta? Thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the subs today, guys. I really appreciate that. Canada stuff? Yeah, for real. Games that aren't co-op versus AI are so chill. Dude, you know what else is really chill if you play with some friends? It's a great time waster and it's good for conversation. Like, you can talk still. Is Risk of Rain. Such a good little game to like chill out and vibe with friends, dude. My main in Apex is Fuse. Not because he has a mustache. I just like being able to carry that many grenades. Late game, I'm all about spamming those things, man. Risk of Rain when, Alex? I streamed it a few times. There was a few times I sat there with people and played. That was back when I was more into artisans, because I would play with some of the artisan makers. What do you guys have been playing lately? Any good co-op games? Have you guys played Grounded It's like that survival game where you're just basically like kids in a playground, but like super small, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of stuff. Elden Ring is sick. How are you liking that, Adu? I love Elden Ring. I tried that game before. Preferred Risk of Gunfire over Risk of Rain. Gunfire is a little bit more meaningful choices, while Risk of Rain is just like get everything you can. I agree with that. I can't wait for Baldur's Gate to release. So actually, I have a question for you. I see it's on Steam. And it says early access. Is that like a trial of the game or like a small little like demo of it? I want to play that too. Outlast 2? You like scary games? Dude, I'm into scary movies and I can watch those fine. I used to not be able to, but nowadays I can. Scary games are a different story though. Oh, things might change by release. Oh, okay. So you can play the game, which is not fully out yet. Okay. Guys, should I do it? I don't know what this is. Does that mean you put a tag on the knife? I haven't played Counter-Strike in a long time. You should try Aloft. It's a game that's currently in beta, kind of like Raft. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm writing this down. And you can play it with like friends? Aloft. We just all finished playing 7 Days to Die. Like we played the crap out of that. A bunch of us. And I think we're all looking for something maybe new. I played Outlast in the dark and I finished that game. It was so weird at first though. I tried playing Outlast and I couldn't do it. I was a bit of a chicken and I panicked and left. It was one of the only horror games that I just couldn't finish. It hit different for some weird reason. Do you play games with Teja? Oh man. We tried playing games with Teja. Last time we played games with Teja, story has it, right? He invited us on his stream to play games with him. We played some Counter-Strike. Listen, last time we played games, someone 360 no-scoped him twice, and then he disappeared for 2 months. So, we do play games. We can play games. However, it's not conducive to Teja. He disappears when he gets 360 no-scoped, and we don't want that again. We like Teja. We want him to stream. So maybe we can play something that doesn't involve 360 no-scoping. Legend says he aged 25 years because of that. Dude, Legend has it, dude. He came back a new man after he went on his little 2-month break. And he's like, I am different now. Encouragement, not discouragement. Teja made it onto somebody's highlight reel. Yeah, Angels. That's who 360 no-scoped him. I have yet to even try Valheim. Is that the new streamer? Yeah, Teja, new streamer. Why did he say that joke? I don't even know why he started that. He's like, no, I'm just a new streamer. Nathan's funny though, man. Love that guy. Okay, we are good to go and start soldering. Perfect. Valheim is very awesome. I think you'd like it. I feel like I'd get really absorbed in that game. I feel like it's probably really easy to get super absorbed in that game, huh? I have played a few Resident Evils, but not all the way through. I need to play all those all the way through. Would you recommend getting a solder PCB for an F1? Do they even make hot swap PCBs for the F1? I always recommend solder. If you need to learn how to solder, I guarantee you it's so simple. It is such an easy thing to learn and like get into. So if that can give you, I don't know, if that encourages you to at least try, it's super easy, man. Soldering is relaxing. Yeah, it's not too difficult. I understand if you don't want to buy the equipment, totally get it. But if you're willing to invest a few dollars in the equipment, it's super nice. I like it a lot. Let's test the stats really quick, guys. I know it seems like I'm going crazy here, but Just want to double check. We'll tune everything afterwards. Mil-max is a different story. Yeah, maybe that's not a great first attempt at something. I love the smell of solder and napalm. Napalm? Huh? What are you doing that involves napalm? What the? Huh? Huh? Yeah, FBI, open up. What the? What do you mean? What do you mean, man? Look, it's Tim Sticker over here. Big napalm moment. Honestly, hesitant getting a solder kit for my Forever 65 is how much Mil-max sockets cost. You know, even for the Forever 65, you can probably get away with just buying, is it 0305 that are the longest ones? I know a lot of people are super resilient about buying those things because they do have a bit of a height to them. But if you really want just like one PCB to be hot swap and don't want to break the bank for sockets, they're also super easy to solder in. I feel like they get a lot of shit for no reason, those sockets. They work just about with every single keyboard that I've used. Maybe like one or two boards, like maybe the cloud line rather, couldn't use them. 7305 I refuse to do. It's actually part of the... I've had a few people request 7305 and I just don't want to do them. They're just so difficult to solder in, and then half the times, like, I don't know. You said you finished playing Don't Starve together. Not Don't Starve, but 7 Days to Die. Don't Starve I've never finished. But I've played through the beginning of that game so many times now. I want to try mil-maxing, but the next builds I have are a little too high risk. Ooh, what do you have building that's next? No, I actually insert a bit of GS3. That is usually my go-to for tuning some of the stabilizers. And that's after I used electric grease. No, I didn't. I knew there was another update for that game, but there's been a few updates for a few of the games that I play, actually. Any recommendations for a solid soldering kit? So my question for you then, Jade, is do you plan on soldering more than one board? And then also, do you have a budget? I don't get how people can play story games. Like you buy it once and that's it. Dude, I kind of understand what you're saying, but I mean, think about it like, hey, hold on, let me think of a good analogy here. I don't know, I've played some story games more than once. I feel like you can get some replay value out of some story games. Def more than one? Honestly, if you're planning on building a few boards, it's not, soldering kits aren't bad to have, just buy the Hotco one. That's my recommendation. Just the one that I have in my kit list is the one I'd recommend. That is probably the best thing I could tell you. Oh, I think we're doing regular caps. This is the client said. Regular caps, my mistake. Want to double check all the things that we're doing here. Regular caps. Story games are something that is very particular to the person buying them. Agree. Definitely agree. Nier Automata be like that? I have not played that game yet. Everyone recommends it to me, but it's something I just haven't tried. Oops, come on. Come on, wire, don't get in my way now. Near's incredible. Best part of soldering is all the fumes. It's like drinking the water when swimming in a swimming pool. Mosaic, what? And why is that smiley face there after that sentence? Speaking of story games, I did want to pick up The Last of Us, but I'm hearing a lot of people having performance issues with that game. So it's making me really like not want to pick it up just for that reason. What 15-year-old doesn't play story games? That's crazy. I feel like the age of video games has changed though. I think a lot of kids are into more competitive games. Okay, I'm speculating right now. I don't have a child, nor do I know any 15-year-olds playing games. But like, I would assume because the competitive scene is so big now, and like Fortnite and all that, it just seems like competitive games and just like quick, easy action games are dominating right now. F1 V2 or F1. I think either one you'll love. I would personally probably just wait for the V2. The OG F1 is amazing though. It is absolutely beautiful. Go get a PS3 if you have to. It's The Last of Us is so good. How much is a brand new PS3 though? Like, how much would that even be? OG F1's good? They're both good. I mean, like, dude, realistically, a lot of boards can sound amazing. I think the F1, all the F1s have been incredible, in my opinion. So, I don't know, I've been liking it all. I also should be playing, I want to play the new Spider-Man games too. Haven't really touched those. You guys are great for bouncing off video game ideas though. Has anyone played a game called, is it Green Hell? BattleBit Remastered. I don't know what that is. Green Hell is Fire? Is it fun? Is there a lot to do in the game, or is it kind of short-lived? Have you played Hollow Knight? That's an oldie. I've definitely played it. I don't really remember too much about it, but I've definitely played it before. Green Hell would take you a while to finish the story. Okay. Maybe you'll play that too. That's a co-op game? Would you recommend building a $400 custom keyboard and send it to you for building as a 14-year-old or first custom keyboard ever? Would you recommend building a $400 custom keyboard and send it to you for building as a 14? I'm a little confused by the sentence. Are you asking if I would build you the board, or would you recommend building it yourself? I mean, if you're not confident with your ability to build the board, regardless of what age you're at, if you're younger, I'd also ask your parents' permission to do so. I think these tools can be kind of dangerous. Either way, I would ask your parents' consent for everything. Just make sure your parents are good with it. I would definitely say give it a go if you like it. I mean, it's not difficult. Hollow Knight is a good game. I'm just waiting for Silk Song. Interesting. Do you have a PS5? I have no consoles except for a what's it called there? A Switch. Consoles are kind of expensive, guys. And buying new ones and like games for them when I already own a computer feels kind of, I don't know, redundant. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd ever want to buy another console. Unless it has some crazy game that I really want to play. Green Hell can be co-op? Ooh. I need a new game to play, that's why I ask. Although tonight, I am probably going to be playing some Apex. Only console exclusives I'd want to buy is for Bloodborne. That was, is that an Xbox exclusive or a PlayStation exclusive? I think that's PlayStation, right? Do you have any suggestions for making scuffs in a dark gray annual board less obvious? Damn, that's a tough question. You know, one thing that I've done to my own boards that I've scuffed up, usually on whiteboards, is I have like a white paint marker. So it doesn't help 100%, but it sort of helps. You could also pick up like an enamel paint in that sort of same color and lightly brush it on. But man, that's gonna be tough. The best solution would be if it really bothers you and you have the money to do so, just get it re-anode or refinished or even Cerakote it. Bit of a pain in the ass though, I know. What kind of games do you like? Are you into losing yourself in the games or just playing casually? Okay. Honestly, the games I really like... Okay. I think the hardest I've fallen into a game recently are two games. Elden Ring and then Path of Exile. Those are the two games that I fell hard into. Like, I lost myself in Elden Ring. I just loved it. It was so good. The reason why I got so into Path of Exile is because I really like games where you can loot and just like, it's just fun to sit there and mindlessly clear things. And then the only other game that I feel like I got super, super into, like, I wouldn't even say Fortnite, but it was more I got really into World of Warcraft. And to some degree, Diablo 3. WoW was kind of my kryptonite for a little bit. Like, I was skipping work to play it way back when. So Cerakote, got it, Alex? I don't know. It's a tough thing to cover up those little scratches sometimes. I'm still obsessed with Elden Ring after 280 hours. Dude, it's a good game, man. It is such a solid game to play. I heard from the software games as are hard as fuck, like Dark Souls, so I keep my distance. So I also struggled with Dark Souls. Elden Ring is a bit of a different story. From someone who is not good at those type of like uber hard boss encounter games, it wasn't necessarily a step down playing Elden Ring, but being able to explore the world freely was really fun and rewarding. And then being able to kind of like tackle bosses when I felt prepared to do so and trying new builds and stuff like that was rewarding as hell. So my take on that from a very casual player, way more rewarding than playing Dark Souls. Dark Souls was not fun to me. Like, I just was not good at it, and it was frustrating, while Elden Ring was not frustrating. It was fun to battle those bosses with the spec that you played. Yeah, I also agree with just Otto said. It's just so much more accessible. It sounds like you're gonna fall for Zelda. The thing is buying Zelda. It's $80. If you guys want the real reason why I'm not playing Zelda, it's $80. I don't feel like buying it. There's two things I'm trying to save up for right now. First of all, I'm trying to save up eventually to buy a home. And the second thing I'm saving up for, selfish, I'd like a fancy camera lens. I've been just slowly putting things away for that, but yeah, there's no way I'm spending $80 in a game right now. In this economy, I just bought Diablo thinking I'd like that. And that was enough for me. What millimeter for the lens? So I'm debating between two. It's either a 90 mil, but I think what I actually want is a 50 mil, because I don't have a 50 mil. Oh, there's an R2 planned for next month? No way, I didn't know that. Cool. I take the 50 mil. Yeah, I like a 50 mil. The one I want is about 1,500, I think. So I'm saving up for it. It's not as terrible as the 90 mil. The 90 mil, the particular one that I wanted, was kind of pricey. But I'm saving up. Eventually I'll get it. Hopefully. Home is number one priority. Dude, 100% agree, box. That's my number one thing, and then everything else is just put to the side for now. Alrighty, let's turn off this. Depends on what you want to do with it, obviously. For streaming, I take the 50 mil. So the lens, if I do pick up a new lens, it'll strictly be just for myself. It'll not be for any sort of, I mean, maybe for some keyboard photos, but this is strictly like a selfish personal purchase. I rarely get to make those because I've been, you know, if we're going to talk about this, I think it's always healthy to remind you guys about saving and just like being good with your finances. I have been aggressively saving just because, well, first of all, there's so many things like over the years you pick up things and you don't really fully utilize those things, like games and other things. So I'm just going back and playing stuff that I have, you know, shopping in my own closet, as it were. But yeah, also I don't know, haven't had the need to buy anything in a while. I used to listen to podcasts all the time, but it has been a while. It has been a hot second since I've listened to a podcast. All right, let's move this over here. And now we have to take apart this guy. Eventually, you just get tired of buying stuff, to be honest. This sounds really weird, but yeah, eventually things, like if you buy enough stuff, they also stop interesting you. Things can get really boring. I know some people shop for experiences and stuff like that too, but it depends on what you're looking to do. All right, let's install our daughter board here. Setup video soon. I should really make one, but it's not on my priority list right now. Because I did a little setup tour thing for Random Frank P that you can find on his channel. But doing a personal one is not quite on my list of things to do. Soon though. That's my advice. By the way, understand real estate very well to invest and buy and build a home, my guy. Something I still need to learn is real estate stuff, but I don't know. It's a whole other topic. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. All right. Perfect. Would love to get desk accessory recommendations. Would you guys be opposed? Hear me out. Instead of a video, feed the wire. Oh, I can still feed that now. Would you guys be opposed to me doing a written article as instead of a video? It's not that I don't want to make a video. I don't know, man. I just feel like a video is just like super boring to make for me. And a written article, I feel like I could be more creative in. But Alex, I can't read? Well, darn. Written article's good. I've been more into the article stuff. Like, I haven't really been enjoying watching YouTube for these kind of things. Like, dude, I've been doing camera research and just like, I don't know, reading. I've been really enjoying articles. Like sitting there reading a well thought, even if it's not long, just like someone's thought piece instead of having to watch like a cleverly edited video that's like timing has to be right and like dopamine hits have to be every 30 seconds and like B-rolls and I just think articles are so much more personal these days. I know it seems weird, but I think that YouTube has gotten to a point where everyone has to like be hitting these algorithm things. that I just don't care to like watch the YouTube stuff. I'd rather read. Articles are so much better to get information fast. That too, yeah. I feel like you can get information at a different rate as well. Before I put this guy on, should I plug in the PCB and close this guy up first? Because this is a pain in the ass to do. Oh god, I hate doing these. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, you can't even. Twitter is really good to learn stuff from network. My algorithm for Twitter, though, is really annoying. Half of my Twitter shit is just... Okay, let's not do this in here. Screw the last daughter board. What? They're all screwed in. We're good. No. It's probably because the case. The case is in the way. My algorithm for Twitter, though, is super irritating because it's just a bunch of business gurus that aren't really business gurus giving business advice. And I can sit there and like mute as many people as I want, but it does not help one bit. I just keep getting fed the same type of content, and it's really, really annoying. It's all like, here are 5 things you're doing wrong and how you could be making $500 every 3 hours with AI. And it's like, oh my god, man. It is super irritating. Oh man, I don't get why this couldn't be made like just a hair small or hair bigger. I feel like I had this problem with every Cruel World board so far, where it's either been like too long or just like awkward daughter boards. So the problem is, actually, can I plug that in technically? Hold on. We'll just try to do it this way here. I'm worried this is gonna be even weirder to plug in, but let's see. And this is something that I feel like a lot of designers sometimes skip over. Guys, build experience is also something that matters a lot with keyboards. Having a clean building experience will make you remember the board. Like, if I sit here and I'm frustrated with the daughter board, I'm never gonna want to open this up again. Like, never. But if you have a good experience with something, like, you might want to open it up and like give it a go and stuff like that. Like, it's fun. Like, now opening this, like doing this is gonna be such a pain in the ass, and I don't think I'm having a good time doing it. So now we gotta somehow finagle this stupid. Oh, you know what? Honestly, this is where the mode really shines. I agree. Hard agree on that. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna plug this back in over here. Like, again, would it have killed anyone to make the daughter board cable just a hair bigger? Okay, I'm just gonna unscrew it all. So hype got a mode 65 on eBay earlier today. Ooh, that is big hype. First non-white KB, blast finding caps for it. Anything goes with the white keyboard. Anything, dude. Just about any sort of like thing you want to try for usually ends up being pretty awesome. All right, let's just do this first. So it already has 0 slack once plugged in, huh? Yep. It's gonna have like 0 slack. It's also gonna like feel like it's gonna break every single time you touch it. It's the annoying part about daughter boards and stuff like this. Like, just having such tight tolerances is a no-no for me. It's something that I don't typically like. I never built the Cw60 prior to doing people's boards though, so I never got to like take a look at it outside of doing commissions. But it is super annoying. Try holding the PCB in front of the case rather to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna try just positioning it differently and see if I can just plug it in this way. Where is it? Here we go. Get this out of my way here. Which set would you recommend with a black keyboard other than WOB? You know, Polybius has been like a go-to for me lately. I think Polybius is like absolutely fantastic. So been loving that set. Got it. Make sure it powers on. No, why would it? So it means something's unplugged somewhere. No, it's not fully plugged in. See, the tolerance is so tight on this now that it's like, when you lift it up, it pulls out a little bit. Literally any keycap fits a blackboard. I would argue different on that. Like, I actually don't think that's true. I think some keyboards in black like don't look as good with certain keycaps because it's too contrasty, right? Oh my god, this is absolutely annoying. Angle it like this. Will I get it this way? What board is up top? That is the Cw60. A fantastic little board. Good luck. Yeah, I know, for real. Let's try going this way. Like, it wants to go in, it's just such a tight tolerance. Oh my gosh. Sitting here at 2:34 in the morning playing Minecraft, watching Alex. Hey, yo. We love that, we love that. Dude, this is not staying in place at all. It just keeps getting yoinked out. Oh my god, this is annoying. Was it this bad on Bry's? I feel like it wasn't. Okay, I don't think it's in nicely still, but it was hella hard. Yeah, it's so stupid. No, it's still not in nicely. Yeah, it just comes right out. The pin's okay in it. The pins are fine. It's just not staying in. Oh my gosh. You literally have to plug my GST in with the USB-C and wait to see the key presses? Yeah, for my Cw60. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna... How should I do this? Have you ever had problems with KB packets at customs? I haven't had like extreme problems. I've had like delays. Does delays count? Problem is you would want it to go in this way so you don't have to twist the cable, right? Something's actually not allowing it to plug in nicely. Is it a bent little pin in here? I can't even see. Let me take a look. No, pins all look good. Hold on, let me try something else here. Customs is a gamble every time. I plug the JST into the PCB first, then use the tweezers. I don't know if I can get that to work. Is everything okay in here? I'm just gonna realign one of the pins, but I need some better light. Hold on, give me 1 sec, guys. I need to move over here for a second. Let me see something. Be right back, chat. Here's my other okay, I think it might be a little pin that's like not 100% centered, but we're gonna get it. I see it's just not 100% there, and I wanna pop it back into place. Is that better? You got this? Thanks, dude. I've done this a few times. I don't think I got it. Okay. I'm hoping this helps. This wouldn't ever happen if they had actually made the daughter board cable the right length. I don't think that helped at all. Nope, just push back the pin even further that way.
So nice.
Happy Sunday to everyone. Good vibes, keep it up.
Thank you, Lunatics. Appreciate that, dude. No, we're good. Oh, man. I wish I had better eyesight for this, but I definitely don't. Here, let me grab a JST connector and see if it just plugs in. 10 a.m. in the morning? There you go, dude. 10 a.m. Does it get pushed back into its... I don't even know what's causing it to like not sit properly. Which lo-fi list are you using? I am using just 24/7 lo-fi hip hop. That's all. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, all the pins are straight. That one there's going in fine. Did Alpha Keys close up shop? I'm not sure exactly what happened to them. I couldn't tell you. I'm not positive. Oh, hold on. There is something blocking the way. It's like a piece of plastic. Why didn't that get wrecked? Okay, it's so weird. They closed their Discord and aren't answering requests about GBs. It's super weird. With my Space 65 PCB. Like, it's all lined up properly, but there's like a piece of white plastic that I can't seem to remove in between two pins. I ended up breaking it and switching the JST. I might have to do the same, honestly. This is like annoying. So it's not making like proper connection. I can't even show you guys. Did I get rid of it? Yes, I got rid of it. Let's go, dude. Where is my... that's damn nice. It's like a little white piece of plastic that was sitting in between two. So see how it's in all the way now? Before it was going in, but it would stop. Now for the real test. Getting this guy back in here now. Sorry, could I still put something in? No, it's still not sitting properly with this particular one. Honestly, I might just have to either use a bit of a longer daughter board cable, or maybe it is the JST connector. No, this is sitting fine. Should I just... Can I use this one here? Is this possible to use? Damn, that's tough. Okay, I'm gonna try just plugging it in this way. Let me test something. If you have a longer one, I highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna swap it. I don't know if it'll work though, but probably just swap it out. This is like incredibly infuriating. Again, that just means like there's no tolerance for this, which is like bad. Oh, is that plastic piece still there? No, it's actually still there. I can see it. I just moved it around a little bit. Yeah, it's working like this. It's just not... Okay, you know what? Let's try this. It's just not getting enough, like, the slack is just pushing on it, you know? Try PCB at J... That's what I'm gonna try right now. Let's try to, like, shape the cable so it just, like... goes right up in there. What an experience this is, guys. What an experience this is. Building this was tough. I just, you know, again, this is me beating a dead horse at this point. In what world is this like a good build experience? In what world? Just make the JSTs a little longer, people. If you're designing boards, it doesn't all have to fit like one for one. God, this is awful to work with. I got it in, but this ain't ever coming out. He's still on the JST? Dude, the JST, you gotta love him. Make sure it's working. We're good. Getting secondhand embarrassment for something not being long enough? What the? Remember Teja had the exact same problem? I mean, this isn't the first keyboard we're gonna experience this with, and it sure as hell won't be the last keyboard. But really making sure these cables are secure here. Also, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a little piece of tape. I hate these cables all being loose. Hold on. think it's such an ugly look. Tape enjoyers. Now it's not as ugly. What mouse do I use? It is a MX Master 3. I want to say MX Master 3. Although part of me can't remember. Yeah, I think it's a 3. Oh, this is the wrong screw for this guy. It's this screw I need. Too short, no heat shrink. Yeah, I think I had this exact same issue with the cable being too short on the Pixie, which the Pixie doesn't even work because the cable's too short. I'm pretty positive. That is Space Cables Lindy, yes. With the Alexotos Mode Envoy Orange. Countersunk goes this way. Random question, but how deep is my desk? Dude, I opted to get the not deep one, and I highly regret it. I got the standard one, which I think is... I don't even remember how deep this is. But I think IKEA offers a deeper version of this desk, and I really regret not getting that, dude. Like, highly regret it. Between the Lindy Limo and regular Limo, Lindy is this kind of like cool... I don't even know what to call this. Isn't that one too long? This isn't meant for this keyboard, so I'm not even sure if this JST will work with it. It's just something to double check if the pins were lined up, which they were. It was just a little piece of plastic in there. I thought it was a pin, but it wasn't. It was just a little piece of white plastic. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use these beautiful little keycaps. Actually, was there feet for this board? I didn't see feet in the package. Yeah, I don't think there was feet in the box. I don't know if the owners in chat, I know they said they had to work tonight, but I don't think there was feet for this. Did you check to see if the 60 had the issue? What's the issue again with this? I mean, it's typing fine. Huh for feet? Huh? What the? The loose weight? Oh no, this doesn't have the loose weight issue. We're good on that end. Although I do want to just check if the keyboard's all working proper. Test matrix. We look like we're good. No feet, just like the snake? I didn't see anything. JST header bottoming out against the case. No, I mean, we're good. Looks like we're fine. Are they still selling this keyboard? I don't think they are. This is just a group buy. I don't think there's any extras at all. Man, I really want to stress for anyone making keyboards, just make longer JSTs. Please. Oh, these are pretty. I like these. I'm gonna order myself a set. This is such a pretty keycap set. Damn. Yeah. Alex doesn't know about the fact that it's short JST. Okay, you guys are twisting it now. You guys are making it seem like I'm a bad person to this JST. I promise you that is not the case, dude. I wish DMK had better kitting. I think the kitting's okay for this. I love this. This is so pretty. Move this up a little bit. It's gonna shake a little bit. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think the DMK kitting is okay for this guy. I don't think it's awful. Unless it is. I'm not too sure. This is ABS. Although I wouldn't say it sounds like the other ABS keycaps that I've used. This has like a slightly deeper sound signature for whatever reason to it. I've noticed that with all the DMK sets. Have we tried Modes Tomorrow keycaps? I have. I took some photos. I have a whole keycap review for their keycaps because they had sent me some over, and then I was like, you know what? I like writing stuff about Modes products just because I like Mode. So I wrote a nice little article on them. Alrighty, so next up here is, we don't need that shift, we need backspace though. And then we need tab. Escape. I guess this would go this way. How about mode and it's on my website, alexotos.com. All that stuff's on my website. Oh, there's novelties in here. I don't like this packaging though. A lot of people have been doing these plastic trays now, like these ones here. I think the best packaging is still probably Cw60 fans. They have, or even Osume has pretty good packaging too. Where's short shift in here now? Where are you? Take care box. New GMK packaging is whatever. It's just okay. Oh, I like this keycap set. I don't know about you guys. I think it's nice. I really like this. This is pretty cool. This is different. Ooh. I think this is... I got this in so late, but I think this is the last day for the group buy for this, by the way. Yeah, I mean, this sounds kind of like GMK. Well, not GMK, ABS, rather. The alphas have a slight, very slight resonance to it, which is kind of enjoyable. The typing experience is in the middle, I'd say. It leans more towards firm. But no, this sounds really nice. I think it does sound nice. Dude, this backspace is bound to layer 1. I still don't understand why that is. I need to fix this right now. It's going to drive me nuts. Via. That is so weird. Backspace. I would say it's in line with the other Cruel Worlds I've built. Classic Heidi PCB problems. Yeah, this is nice. I especially like the keycaps though. Keycaps look pretty awesome on this. The legends are really sharp on this. I sort of prefer this to DMK Ghost. I think it's just very like, it's very soft and I like that. The board's pretty too. Wipe down some of the fingerprints on it, but the board's pretty. I can't stand to wait for keycap GBs anymore, so I'll be waiting for extras. Keycaps always remind me of Czech cereal. Czech cereal. Way too dank camera autofocus. Is it not focusing nice? Silly cameras. With a GMK spacebar, I'm down to try that. Let's see if there's a difference between the GMK spacebar and the DMK spacebar. Let us see. Remember that? Oh, there's a big difference. The GMK just sounds a bit brighter. It doesn't sound deeper. I think this is deeper. And oddly enough, I kind of prefer the DMK spacebar on this particular build than I prefer this GMK spacebar. I think this leans a slight bit brighter, and I feel like the deeper sound. It's very actually. I thought it was night and day, but it's very slight. I got too excited too quickly. I do need to tune up the spacebar a little bit more. Nice though, turned out good. Another happy build, hopefully. There's like all this residue on the keyboard that needs to like get wiped off. It's like all sticker residue of some sort. So weird. It was on the like the back of the case too. I don't know if this has been used. I think this is a brand new kit. Oh yeah, look, there's more like residue on this side too. Let me just get some water and clean it off. It's gonna drive me nuts if I see it there. 1 second. Some of the CW boards had a weird residue on them. That is so strange. Slowly coming off. That's gamer right there. Hard wiping mouse into, striping mouse into keyboard. I don't think it's that, but. I don't know what this is. It's slowly coming off, but yeah, it's slowly coming out there. How does not one fall in the trap of buying too many keyboards with neutral colors? I fell into that trap already. I'm with you in that trap. We are together. We are together in it. Okay, I'm gonna try with some isopropyl alcohol later. This is not working with the water and cloth. All right, though, guys. That is pretty much the stream. That is pretty much it. Little rough encounter with the Cw60 this time around. Unfortunately, the daughter board issue is not just exclusive to the Cw60. I feel like most of the Crow World boards all have really short daughter board cables. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. Also, I don't know what this residue is on this, but I mean, overall it does sound nice and it does... Gorilla Tape works? Oh, that's a good idea, actually. It does sound nice and it does like look pretty, so I will give it that. I like the feeling of it too. It's like in the middle. He has acknowledged it's an issue. Oh, the cables being too short? Yeah, it's annoying, dude. It makes the whole build experience sometimes not fun, but I am very happy with the build. I love Nixies in this. I think it sounds so good with the Nixies. So, very good choice on this. Very cool. Class 60 looking nice from this angle. It looks good from this camera as well. All right, though, guys. Let's go see how we can go raid, and I will talk to you guys literally tomorrow. I don't know what we're streaming tomorrow. I can't remember, but I know we're looking at the Nori from KLC. So let's go see who we can go raid. What key set is the light green? That is, okay, so by the way, if you guys want, I think tomorrow's the last day or tonight's the last day. This is DMK Jade. It's on Oda Keebs. I think I put the link in the build command. So I think the group buy is like literally last day for this. It's DMK, so I like DMK quality. I always thought it's pretty good, so. Let's go see who we can go raid though. Twitch. Oh, let's go raid Interloper. You're making me spend money? Oh. Alright though, guys. Enjoy Interloper's stream. And sorry, Flo. I'm so sorry, man. DMK has improved. It sucks that DMK Rubber went to Mexico. I'm sorry, bro. I know. A lot of stuff went there and it just seems like no good times to be had. Alright, I'm going to clean up a little bit. Pack up this client board, make sure it all works. I might snap some photos though with this keycaps on it because I think this looks phenomenal. But you guys have a good night, all right? You guys better have a good night and good sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing some more fun stuff and I love you guys. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.